This is the Beaver Mecca in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know what to start setting, but we'll do a little more looking and check her out. All right, well, it's windy as piss out today, but finally getting back into trapping here after wrestling season is over. This is a area that I haven't touched all year. I don't know if you can see that in those pictures. Someone's been trying to mark their territory all over here. A lot of different paths. River is just stupid low and dropping by the day, but I'm sure she was full of water. This little island would just be possibly called Beaver Island. But here, there's a lot of critters that I think are just generally using this, crossing back and forth from the timber and then over into the state ground over here. Yeah, we got deer tracks, mink tracks, coons, all sorts of stuff. So this might be kind of tricky now that beaver's the only thing open, hitting non-target animals. Let's take a little look down here. The other thing that sucks is we've got all these awesome spots here. There's water's not even deep enough to drown anything. But we'll try to find a spot, or a little hole maybe. Again, definitely beaver sign in here, but tons of deer tracks. I think for this excursion, yeah, it kind of sucks. Again, it's very windy, but I think we're gonna I'll try to do a float, a beaver float. Right here, kind of got this little jetty. Again, it'd be a lot more ideal for leg hold, but unless it's a muskrat, I don't think he's gonna drown in this crap. Well, I'll go grab the trap and I guess we'll kind of run through how to set one up, actually. Alright, we're where that little jetty thing was. Again, not the most ideal conditions, but let's see what we can make work here. You're gonna need a little maintenance. All right, there you go. Dog in, just in case they try to drag anything in with them. And I just try to cock these in there. Yeah, just pull your arms up and find a nice little sweet spot, which I think this ground is hard to reach. Put a hole in my glove. It's awesome. Adam. We'll grab a little bit of this mud. Pile that up. Take one of these fine beaver nons. Some of the sweet stuff on there. I just kind of set that to the back side of the caster. Here, there must be a little eddy going. That thing kind of wants to get wonky. I'm just going to stick that in there. So, can't spin too much. And it'll turn you around here somehow. Or whatever, let's just go like this. All right. So, there it is. And this is, again, the main reason I picked this area is just because this whole island just goes there and around that backside we talked about earlier. Again, when I'm not holding my phone out here, I will add just a little bit of more mud on here because we got to get that trap submerged, so it'll be sitting like that, just right. Can't tell it in the picture. It looks like it's above water, but top of that trap is just right under the water, which is fully submerged. So yeah, I will get that, and it's probably about, I mean, they float about perfect. I think I just might have got a little too much mud on the back, but my boot is taking on water more than it's keeping out, so definitely stepped on something there. It's fun. Oh, there's a hole. Then, come up in here, and there is lots and lots of castor mounds and beaver poop. but sandy hard bottom. So, you know, either walk down there. We're gonna fight. We're gonna end up fighting, trying to get a nice. We can find a nice little inset in the bank to get one of these drowning rods in. And then for those, got a buddy that's got a fabrication shop, and he's very good at what he does. So I asked him to make me a couple of these, printed them off in his CNC, and bent them in his press. And then on that, it kind of looks like the Falcon Destroyer, but yeah, he even made his own washer on a CNC. That's at Bridger number 5. I set it before I go down there because evidently didn't eat my Wheaties this morning, and the spring about bounces me off the ground when I try to set it in the mud. So yeah, let's just pick a little area in here, and you can definitely tell they like this tall part of the bank. A lot of coons running in here too. Yeah, all along here. Yeah, these are old castor mounds. There's 3 there, 1 there, and there's some fresher ones down here. I think we're gonna set that trap down here. I will, well, maybe this will work. Try to get this awesome tripod thing set up. And see if my phone will fall in the riverbank, which it wants to. All right. This hot rod. Gonna get a wet bank up here. Make a little trap bed. Sun is shining. That water is freaking cold. Might as well be in a swimsuit right now. All right. Got my trap bed. That could go. What the hell? All right. bottom. It's just so frickin' rocky, dude. There we go. Take 12. Get the thing to hold. Okay. That was a struggle. Get that. Slick this up a little bit. Oh, masterpiece. All right. Cover that up. Check the drowner. Free. And some of the sweet juice going on the back side of that. I always used to put them on the front side, but after watching countless YouTube videos of Trapper J, Trapped Up, 330 Maniac, they all put them on the back side. So, you know, Beaver's got to fumble around, step down in that. And then, this is you probably couldn't see when I was down there, but I fought this yesterday setting too. If you can tell, there's mud up there, but down in here it's just sand and rocks. And I just happened to walk by a trap I had set. I drove by there with a mud motor. And that whole slide right there got covered in sand and mud, which I'm sure the Beaver would still pull it down, but yeah. So that's what we're working with here. This just drops off. It's only like 3 feet deep there, but hopefully that'll be enough. And then we'll just check all the other ones I set last night. It's too late, so I didn't get a video any of them. But got a little treat. Mounted my mud motor on a little 12-foot Alumacraft fishing boat. It's kind of like the DeLorean with Mr. Fusion on the back, if you see me going down the river, but a lot better than walking a mile. All right, we'll check back tomorrow. This is an area that I guess we're not going to even have a thing. I might just make a video of looking at all my failed attempts. This spring, or early this fall, tried trapping here, had a miss and a couple toes one day, which really wizened that beaver up. And then, you know, once the ice set in, I just didn't see a lot of activity here, but I don't know. Kind of a neat little area. I did look at it once. Oh, there's a ratchet. I did look at this once this winter. I stuck my hand down in that little hole right there. Let's see if anything attacks me again. See, this was definitely an old beaver bank den at one time. Yeah, I think the mink have kind of taken it over, because I really don't see, you know, a lot of coon track. Got some duck feathers, goose feathers drug up in there. Unless Mr. Beaver went carnivore. I don't think he's here. And then talking about my failed attempts, this was a big bank den here that used to come all the way out to here. This winter, early ice, that goes back there quite a ways. I was standing right about where that log is and fell through the thing when I had my bogs on. Not a real fun thing. It was like 13 degrees that day too. But yeah, I don't know why they never came back here. Someone caught them on the other side of the river, but we definitely did some damage. Meantime, again, lots of coon tracks. But we might try to set that up a little more. Just looking up in here, you know, they started on these trees past fall, and then that's why I'm wondering if we didn't get the ones that were using this area killed. I think if a guy stood there long enough, might be able to see this thing fall down. But out of all those trees, those are the only ones that they messed with. And I don't see any fresh sign of life here, so we're not going to worry about that for now. I'll come back here in a couple weeks, see if someone else tries to commandeer those two little dens we looked at down there. All right, go for a little cruise in the woods. this is an awesome chunk of ground here. It's only 1.5 miles long, but you got 4-wheeler trails cut all the way through it, and you don't have to walk far to get to the river. Off to this side is that big island where I set that 330 float and the grounding rod. You can see they come up in here. I almost wonder if that back spot, if the reason the beavers weren't frequenting that more this fall is because there was a cornfield just on the other side of those trees. So, you know, it'd be a short little jaunt to go out there and mess with Farmer Lance's corn. Big old cottonwood. If coons are worth something, a guy could make one heck of a living down here. Every one of these trees, these old cottonwoods, are shined up with holes, and just seeing the amount of them on trail camera, I think they're everywhere in here. So I don't know, next fall, maybe we'll do some trapping of them just for fun. Practice tanning, something. This is probably a really boring video, just watching me drive through the timber, but you know, it's something I would catch myself watching. And here is our food plot, looking a little picked over and chewed up, but those were all kind of a radish clover mix. Do a couple videos of when we got to work that up and till it up. I think we're going to go a couple swaths of corn and some more radishes, but yeah, they definitely got in there and hammered that out. Because we're taking you on a little tour of the timber. We'll show you the DeLorean. Awesome thing. Again, you know, you're in such a short, congested chunk of property. Literally, where we set those other traps is just right up there. On the trails, it's probably 3/4 of a mile, but if you got down on the river, a couple hundred yards. Now this thing is not for sale if you're wondering, but if they ever make a fast 12, which they probably are, or have, I guess I haven't followed it. This sweet rig here is the Alumacraft T12 little baby boat with the Briggs & Stratton 8-horse motor, little mud motor, which that thing goes on my deck boat, which hasn't been out of the shed in however long, so we just kind of adapted it onto the sexy T12 here. Just hook her up to the Ranger, back her right in the river there, and tomorrow we'll check all those traps that are couple miles down the river that way. Their log jams are just nasty in here, so it's going to be kind of hard. I'll stop at a few and try to film them, but right now you could hardly get a kayak down the river. That thing, definitely wouldn't want to take a nice boat on there. Basically, it was like a blind guy walking around with a stick, just drive over sticks and logs. Haven't got one through the boat yet, but they're definitely in there. All right.